Hi all, hope you're all well, hope you're living the life you want to, hope you're all happy. Be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, family, friends and animals. Just makes it a better world for yourself and for everyone else. Just looking at the technicals, it looks pretty interesting actually. Market has continued to come down, but looking at the technicals on the trading side, all these, the trading cryptocurrencies I trade, they're all hitting major support at the moment. If this major support breaks, it's going to look pretty negative. Bitcoin at the moment on the daily, major support is 7457. It's currently at 7930, so I'd be buying off, for me, my trading, not anyone else's or yours. This is what I would do. I'd be buying off that level, so I'd put in a buy around what do you got? If it's around that level there, probably 7500, and a stop loss around 7450 to see if I get done. Have got the parabolic buy here. Everything else is red though, still in a downtrend. But I don't know, I just feel this market's done enough. There's been so much negativity about all this regulation and Twitter not, showing crypto, and Facebook and, Bloomberg and all that. And Google, they all follow each other like a bunch of politicians. No one's, got any brains, they just all follow each other like sheep. But I just feel that there's been just so much negativity, and I think enough is enough. And look, you might get a break below this, 7457 down to potentially 6010. It has gone a long way if it does, and look, it could happen. There's no doubt about it. I know there's some other people out there that are calling Bitcoin down to 2000, but what's interesting about this, they always call it on the way down, but they never call it when it's up here. So I think if it does get to this sort of 7500, it is a big level, as you can see on the dailies here. It's huge. It's come a long way from over 20,000. So I'm going to be buying off that level, and with fairly tight stop loss. If it moves down to 6,000, well, then so be it. But that's probably what I'm going to be doing myself. So I'd put in a buy limit. I will put it in tonight to see if I get, and if I get done, so be it, with a fairly tight stop loss on that. Let's look at the 4 hourlies on Bitcoin. I'll try and make this quick actually. I try. The 4 hourly, if you come down to this level here, yeah, it is around that sort of around 7400, something like that. So it might get down there. Looks like this wants to head down to 7534 on the 4 hourly. So yeah, I'll put in, a buy somewhere around there, 7525 or something, with a stop loss around 7450. These are my trading positions, and I as I said, I don't hold them for too long. Ethereum USD. Ethereum, Coinbase just announced today, and they're one of the biggest exchanges in the US and in the world, just announced that they're going to support anything that's Ethereum, anything that's on Ethereum platform, whether it be, ERC20, which is their standard coin and token. So that's quite good for them. Thing is, they're very reluctant to support Ripple, which I find amazing. Been a lot of chat about that recently. Ripple's doing a lot of volume everywhere else, and yet they won't put Ripple on, which I find quite amazing. Some people say that they're not a cryptocurrency. They are. The technology is decentralized, the management centralized. Big deal. It's no different to anything else when you look at other markets in terms of equities and everything else. But anyway, look, I won't get into that. Ethereum, to me, is a big downward channel, and it doesn't look that great to me. It looks like this thing can get to, and I mentioned this yesterday, 386 as a minimum objective, and potentially even down to here, 251. To me, this chart looks more negative than anything, and I don't know why, but it just does. So I'm still a seller of Ethereum and looking for a really big move down. Doesn't look great to me at all when I look at that. So let's just have a look at the 4 hourly on this. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Level support here is 452, 453. If it takes that out, you're going to get you know, a lot lower than that. So I'd still be a seller of Ethereum. Let's have a look at Litecoin. And I noticed that yesterday when I did the charts for my chat group. I do charts and I do videos every day for my chat group. I just don't do it for YouTube because I don't get paid for it. So I do a lot of work and I never receive any donations or anything. So I can't waste, you know, a lot of time doing stuff for YouTube because I'm really busy as it is, and I've got a lot of stuff on. So let's just have a look at the daily on Litecoin. I mean, the thing is, I do like doing stuff for YouTube, but a lot of the time I don't get time. Litecoin's in this big downward channel as well, looking at my technicals, and, you know, this thing could hit, you know, 120, something like that. Currently it looks like it's at, what, 141, so the downward channel is 120, still under the Ichimoku, so it's still quite negative. Everything else is negative as well. It doesn't look as bad to me as Ethereum though, which is interesting. So again, I'm going to be overall, I'd rather be a seller of Ethereum compared to, isn't that interesting? I've got an email here, why Ethereum will disrupt everything. That's interesting. I'd rather be a seller of Ethereum than anything else. Just technically it doesn't look great to me. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. Litecoin's bouncing off this 137. So I won't be buying anything. I'll put a buy order in for Bitcoin, as I said, but I will be selling Ethereum at market with, say, you know, a $5 stop loss, something like that. Let's check out NEO. That's another one I haven't liked for some time, and I've been selling NEO quite a bit, and I still don't like it because to me it's technology that doesn't work. I did a big study on this one, and, you know, I've noticed it's down a lot, you know, just in terms of the system, not processing anything, and it just seems to be down quite a bit. So let's go to the daily on that one. The daily, to me, has got a chart very similar to Ethereum, and that thing to me looks like on the daily could get to 29.77. So even though it's got a parabolic buy here, I still think this is a big sell. I don't like it. It's still within that downward channel, and it's a sell. So again, I would be selling that here at 55.28 if this thing's right on TradingView. 55-ish with a stop loss maybe around 63 for a bigger move down to maybe 29.77. That's pretty much where I'd be selling this thing. If I look at the 4-hourly on this, I'm still a seller of NEO and Ethereum. If I look at the 4-hour on this thing, it doesn't look great to me. It looks like it can go lower. Still negative. Everything else is negative. Histogram, moving averages, and the accumulation index. So I don't like NEO full stop. Let's have a look at IOTA. That's another one I don't like. But for my selling positions, I'm selling NEO and I'm selling Ethereum, as I said. And I'll put in a buy order for Bitcoin further down, a buy limit, I should say. IOTA, just checking out the daily on this one first. I like to go to the daily, it gives me the overall. Still in that sort of downward channel, still got a big sell, parabolic sell, which hasn't stopped. IOTA to me looks like it can get down to 60 cents from here. I'd be also a seller of IOTA. Looks like you can get down to 63 cents. Currently at 116. Looks like it can get down to, what's that line there? 68 cents. So I'm a seller of NEO, Ethereum, and IOTA at market. IOTA I'd be selling here with a stop loss around $1.25 for a further move down to about 68 cents. Ethereum and NEO, they're the ones I'd be selling at the moment. Let's check out the 4-hourly. Doesn't look great to me. If it breaks here, what have we got, 115 right about here, then yes, clearly you get further move down below $1 essentially. So let's have a look at another one. Ones that I've got my eyes on at the moment, which I've been buying before the market sold off, is Verge. I like Verge at the moment, technically. I know it's a privacy stock, but I just think it looks very good technically, and I noticed it was doing a lot of volume the other day. Excuse me, I need some water. let's just check out the excuse me, the daily. Verge against the US looks very good to me, very good. There's a big level here, a big level of resistance around 6. If you look at the Ichimoku, it's got to do an enormous amount of work to get through this resistance level. The bigger, the wider the cloud, the bigger the resistance level. So that resistance level is between, what do we got, between 0.067 and 0.13. So there is a huge resistance there. So it's going to hit a wall of resistance around 6 cents. But it's one that I bought lower down because I just like the technical looks on the technical outlook on that. Just simply the technical. I know it's a privacy coin. You know, I've got my view about privacy coins, but I have bought further down. Still looks quite good. I'll just see how it trades for the next day or so. And another one that I've had my eye on, which I did buy the other day as well, was Tron, TRX, USD. Oops. TRX, USD. Put in the daily on this one. They're going to have their blockchain come out in the next week or so. So this could be very interesting. He's doing a lot of volume at the moment. Did a lot of volume on Binance, and so did Verge today as well. Has got a buy on this. I'd like to see this level here hold. I'd be disappointed if this level didn't hold. You have got this rolling over. Just watch that. Be careful here because I wouldn't like to see this go lower. Has got a buy on the parabolic, and it has done a lot of volume. And as I said, Tron and Verge have done a lot of volume on Binance, so Binance, whatever you want to call it. Let's check out the 4 hourly on Tron. It's got the sell on this, and the highs are getting lower, which is not great. I'll have to keep an eye on that, I think. The level support is probably around, you know, just under 4 cents, so probably 309. 0.308, something like that. A couple more that I like that I'm keeping an eye on, not for trading but for investments, is Power Ledger, Ambrosis, and Euromation. So Power Ledger, I'm not sure what the code is on Power Ledger, but I want to keep an eye on Power Ledger because I do like Power Ledger. I don't know if you can buy it against. Here we go. Power Ledger is an Australian cryptocurrency run out of WA, and it does have Western Australian government backing. So if this thing gets low enough, I'll be buying some of this just for my investment portfolio. So this is one I've got an eye on. I quite welcome the weakness in the market, so I can pick up some very good cryptocurrencies. And in my mind, Power Ledger is one of them. And it's under basically the IPO level, which I cannot. Oh no, sorry, the IPO level. Sorry, the ICO level was around 8 cents. So this thing comes down lower. I'm a happy buyer of this. This is a much better story than Web Power, and it's, you know, obviously it's holding this level here at 0.30. Still got a sell on here, but I'd be a happy buyer of Power Ledger anywhere under 30 cents. If I can get it around 21, I'd be pretty happy for my investment book. Let me check out the 4 hours on that one. Could possibly go lower. Just got its holding support here around 0.31, but it could potentially go to 0.27, 0.26, something like that. So I'll have a buy limit in to buy Power Ledger for my investment portfolio around 0.26. Another one that I want to buy for my investment portfolio is, and these are different from my trading portfolios, is Ambrosis and Euromation. So I'll just have a quick look at those to give you a couple more names that I like looking at. Ambrosis, let's just do it against the US dollar. I mean, I might buy it against Ethereum because I'm expecting Ethereum to underperform. Ambrosis on the daily. And again, Ambrosis is, from memory, it's a blockchain that is about food security. And food security is a huge issue in China. there is just so much fraud in food, whether it's real rice or whether it isn't real rice, or whether it's whether it's pork or whether it isn't. And the food fraud in China is a huge problem. And the middle class, which is about 300 to 450 million of the middle class, will not buy any of the food in China. They basically want to know exactly the source of the food. And Ambrose's is that technology where it can tell you literally before it gets on your plate the source of that food. And I think it's a really great app for blockchain and decentralization. And the thing is, with China, there was a melamine scare in 2008, which killed millions of babies and poisoned and injured lots, hundreds of thousands of millions of children. And that melamine scare was in milk. They found cyanide or something in baby's milk and powdered milk. So the Chinese now are only buying things generally out of Australia, New Zealand, and America and Canada, anywhere where they can trust the source of the food. So Ambrose is another one that I'm looking at, which I like very much. If I can get that one below 26 cents, I'd be a happy buyer there as well for my portfolio, for my investment portfolio, as distinct from my trading portfolio. So looking at the 4 hourly, it doesn't look too bad, but we may get it a little bit lower. So I probably put an order in to buy at 27 cents on that one. And another one that I like a lot is also Neuromation, which is basically artificial intelligence, which I think there's an incredible application for artificial intelligence, and that's one that I would have an interest in picking up as well. So it's Neuromation. I don't know whether they've got it on this. Damn, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's annoying. That's where TradingView get a little bit annoying. But anyway, look, there's some of the ones that I do look at for my investment portfolio. Plus, I also have an interest in Stellar. So might just quickly look at Stellar and then I'll call it a day. What's Stellar's code? X. Where's we get this code? And that one I'll be looking to keep in my investment portfolio as well. So Stellar. Stellar on the daily. Let's take it back to the daily. So I have 2 portfolios, one a trading portfolio and one an investment portfolio. And on the daily, Stellar's sort of holding this 20 cent level, has got a parabolic buy here. Everything else is negative though, but a break of that 20 cents, I'd probably be looking to pick some up around, 14 cents or 15 cents. So I'll put a buy limit in to buy Stellar around 15 cents. Even at 20, I'm probably fairly happy to buy it there for a reasonable short-term, medium-term hold. Should hold this 20 cents, but if it I will put a buy limit in around, say, maybe 15 to 18 cents, something like that. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps. I always go too longer than I want to. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Please look after yourselves, look after your family, look after your friends, your animals. Be kind to yourself and everyone in this world of criticism and ill manners, I suppose. I'm old-fashioned. Just be kind, be well-mannered. Cheers. Bye.